Sideways, boys in the days. Sleeping sideways, boys in the days. Sleeping sideways, boys in the days. On a Sunday night, I might bring me some mail. Sleeping sideways, boys in the days. Sleeping sideways, boys in the days. Sleeping sideways.
Okay. So, what the fuck is up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, bro. How you doing? I just had my birthday stream. What was it? Yesterday evening. It was
Oh yeah?
crazy, dude. Yeah. You were there, dude. You
I
were
know I
there.
was there. That's why I'm wondering why you're asking me like I don't know.
Yeah. So my birthday was this week, but like not to dox myself and shit. I still wanted to celebrate it with the homies. So basically, we had it on that Saturday. So
Nice,
yeah, man, it
nice.
was great, dude. We got a lot of breaks. We did some crazy stuff where we got give away some Booba cards,
Right?
if you know what those are.
Oh yeah.
And then we gave away some vintage Pokemon cards. So everybody that went in on like $30 or more got one or the other. And
Right.
some people went in like $60. So I'm like, all right, every 30 you get one. And we had a lot of fun with it, man. Because usually I just break Pokemon cards. So
Right.
definitely wanted to like extend that love to the Booba cards because people were wilding about those. So I loved it.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? It's booba cards. It is what it is.
Booba cards, bro.
So, well, what was like the coolest thing that you got, like that you pulled on your birthday stream?
On my birthday stream, dude, it was the I don't know if you're familiar with One Piece.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
OP01 from Romance Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled the Nami chase, bro. It's like a
What?
parallel art. Yeah,
Isn't that
alternate
like
art.
this one of the bigger chases in the set?
Yeah, dude, I think it's number 2 or 3. I can't remember, but it's number
Wow.
2 or 3. It's literally like Shanks manga, and for some reason I think there might be something else, and then the Nami or the Nami's second. Like it was
That's
crazy. So that box had been sitting there for some time, and
right.
then someone came in. I'm not gonna throw their name out there, but they were looking forward to opening that box of Romance Dawn
Mm-hmm.
for a while. It seems like, and they're like, "No, I'm gonna do it because it's your birthday stream, and it's an event." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "No way." So he could have got trash from it, but look what we pulled, man. You know, it was freaking fire.
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
What was the coolest Pokemon shit you pulled?
Pokemon shit.
Because you were
Dude,
pulling the new set, right?
yeah, we were pulling some 151, but we didn't pull heaters from 151 on my birthday stream. We pulled it from Astro Radiance. We got
Oh.
Shadow Rider Calyrex Trainer Gallery VMAX Altart. It was crazy, bro. And it came off. It came off a free boosty that you can redeem with channel points on my
Really?
channel. Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, no, I'm not effing with you. And if you know who pulled it, his name starts with ML, and you know the rest of
Mm. Mm. Yep.
it.
Yep.
That man redeemed it. I'm like, oh, let me grab you a pack right quick, and that's what we got, bro. So
That's
we pull
sick.
heaters. We
That's
pull
sick.
heaters even off the free packs, man.
Hell yeah. Well, fucking first and foremost, then
Oh
fucking
yeah.
happy fucking birthday, bro. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you, dude. Thank you.
Happy for you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much
dude.
for being willing to do this with me. I really fucking appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Um,
Love you, dude.
so for those of you that don't know, this is the homie Zero, aka Stuff Store. Zero Stuff Store. Jiminy
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's plural in there. Yeah,
It's fu-
zeros
it
with an
it
S and then
fucks
stuff and store.
yeah, it fucks you up at first. It's Zero's
Hmm.
Stuff Store.
Yeah, it's
And
supposed to be plural.
yeah. So this is one of the homies we met out of just friendship and love and respect for one another
Yeah.
and donating bits. And it's been fucking great ever since. And a lot of you guys know the other shit, but it's whatever. Because, you know, he who doesn't need to be named.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm like, you don't want to say
Yeah.
the story, dude.
No,
You want to say the rest of the
no, I'll
story.
give him shout outs on your stream left and right, but I won't say his name on here. No.
That's good. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's
Nah,
fair.
fuck KJ. Fuck that motherfucker.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Anyway, but for those of you who don't know, this is the homie Zero. He's a Pokemon breaker who was pretty early on in his Twitch career when I came across his stream and I really liked him and we got to talking and we've been homies ever since. And I watched him grow from where I met him at until where he is now, taking in friendship, allowing friendship, which seems to be a hard thing these days. and
Say so.
amazing shit has happened since. Everything from your personal growth with all of us as a team, and we're not even a team, we're just homies. But we,
Yeah,
you know,
right,
we
right.
still work together like a team when necessary, and it's fantastic. So, um, but yeah, so this is all about getting to know the homie Zero. And so first of all, Zero, we already talked about who you are and what you do. You're a Pokemon breaker here on Twitch. One thing I want to know, and I think a lot of people want to know, is where does the name Zero come from?
Oh, you want to know that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no one's asked me that. That's a
See,
good
this
question.
is a good one, right? Because we're, as
Holy shit.
streamers, YouTubers, we all come up with a name. Like
Yeah,
mine,
yeah, yeah.
mine is simple and makes sense if you know where I'm from. But like for a lot of people, they don't know why. Like that's the name I chose or where it comes from. So
Yeah.
where does the name Zero come from? And Zero
So,
Stuff Store, like both. Like how'd you come up with Zero, and how'd you come
yeah.
up with Zero Stuff Store as your Twitch handle?
So I'll give you some of my previous handles because you'll probably laugh at some of them. So like for some time, I grew up in the internet age, so I was playing a lot of video games online.
Mm-hmm.
So for a lot of times I went by like Fighted.
Okay.
So it's a made up word, it doesn't exist. Fight and then
Fighted?
ed, right? Yeah, Fighted, like fight ed, Fighted. So
Fighted.
it's not really a word, but I thought it was interesting because I thought it was like all about like the struggle because I grew up like from like harsh times and shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt like I had controversy, so I was always fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point I was playing League of Legends, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I stole someone's net handle. So he went by 2 pro for hose, and I thought that was the
Two pro
funniest.
for hose?
Yeah, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So
That's
that used to be
fantastic.
my that used to be my net handle for a while, because I thought of like pro gamers. I'm like, oh, you're too pro for them hoes, right?
Right,
Like
right.
get off of me, type of thing. And so
Okay.
I went by that for a long time.
Mm. Mm.
And then I got a funny story about that. So you want some anecdotes, and then I'll get to the Zero stuff.
Oh, all
Um,
right.
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I got content, bro, for days. No, no, no. But I think it's interesting if you guys hear this story, dude. So I was on what was it? Call of Duty World War II. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
guys played that for like the Xbox One and all that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Dude, I was like wrecking people, dude. I would walk around with what was it, like a shovel and like throwing knives, and I would get
Okay.
like 30 plus kills a game.
Okay.
And so I think someone reported my name because they like banned my name and gave me something like what was it, like Mr. No, how was it? It was like some corny thing like, I don't know, like Gray Dolphin 5303 or something like that. And I'm like, what is this freaking name that
Right.
they changed?
Right.
Anyway, I yelled at Xbox, like I literally called Xbox and was like, yo, give me a free name change. This is corny as hell.
You called him.
No,
I need to
hold
talk
on.
to customer support.
I legit called them, and I was on the phone and was like, "This ain't right. Like, what if I changed your name?" I'm like, "It was not like
What
it
if
wasn't
I
what it was intended
changed
to
your
be."
name? You
Yeah, they
asked him
changed
that?
my name. I'm like, "Why'd you do that? Like,
Oh my
who did it?"
god.
No, I went hard with the you know how they outsource shit to like
Mm-hmm.
India, so I was on the phone with them just like yelling and stuff. I got really caring about it. Listen, it's a funny story.
Oh my
So
god.
they basically like didn't allow me to, and then I changed my name to like 2 pro for trollops,
Mm-hmm.
because trollops is another word for like floozies and hoes, right?
Okay.
So I changed it. So like if you see me on other like platforms, you'll be like, oh, that's that's Zero.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Getting back to like why I chose Zero, for some time, like growing up, like it might get a little sentimental, bro. So growing up, like people like didn't think too much of me, so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I was a Zero.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it, with even my name, like I won't give my name out on stream or on the podcast, but like it starts with a specific letter, right? That
Right.
if you flip it, it looks like a Z. You guys
Mm-hmm.
could probably guess what letter that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into thinking of, okay, what does it mean in Spanish? And like what is one of my favorite numbers? And I was just like, Zero actually fits like who I am and like as a person and like what I've been through. And
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I was like, man, how interesting it would be to have ZEROstuffstore, right? So my whole
Right.
purpose of having a store was like, I want to eventually have Zero stuff, and what that means is like we get to have so much fun with like breaks that we eventually always have like zero stuff. Not good business model, right?
Right,
It's
right,
not the greatest one, but it's something that I was like, man, that's really cool. So I'm like, I thought it fit like all together with who I
right,
was, what I wanted to do, and like the fun I know I'd have on like stream with folks like breaking.
right.
Because I had thought about getting back into the hobby, and then when I found Lupe, I don't know if you heard of that streaming platform.
Hmm.
Um,
No.
yeah, I just went honestly. I just went to grade cards one day through PSA, and they're like, "Hey, try out Lupe." And I looked
What
at
is
it.
that?
It's like Twitch. It's just basically a platform where you sell cards, similar to like Whatnot, Drip,
Huh.
like Twitch. It's
Okay.
it's like that type of platform.
Okay.
And so like I found them. They gave me like a free like $100. Of course, I wasted it. Right, I got some Scarlet Violet.
Mhm.
But I saw what they were doing, and then I jumped on Twitch because I was always trying to actually like make it as a streamer when I was
Mhm.
streaming like StarCraft 2 for a while, and
Right,
I
right.
actually ran. I'll tell you this. What was it called? I think it was called Solid StarCraft. Yeah. This was back in 2010, man. We're going deep, dude. So this was
Right,
back in
right.
2010, 2011. I basically started playing StarCraft, not competitively, but I was in certain like I would say like circuits or markets
Right.
up in Jacksonville, Orlando,
Right.
and I tried to like build a community, and we would run like King of the Hill tournaments and all this cool stuff. So I was always like on Twitch, like on and
Right.
off.
Right, right.
Diablo came out 3, and I was all on Twitch, right? All
Mhm.
that good stuff. So basically, I jumped to Twitch, and I'm like, oh crap, they're doing card breaks there. And of course, I broke with a bunch of homies, all that kind of good stuff.
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? I love breaking. It's not even the point of just buying the cards for the hobby. I love it, and so I
Mm.
want to be part of the process and getting the chase with someone, right? And just having fun.
Right.
So literally, I knew I wanted to be a store, so that's how ZEROSstuffstore came into play. But it was
Mhm.
actually supposed to be longer. It was ZEROSstuffstore and things, because I always thought it was funny where you're like, oh, I got stuff
Right.
and things.
Right.
I always thought that like the little pause was good. And even if you see my logo, it says "and things" in the bottom. If you actually
Right.
look deeply into it. But yeah, man, I know it's a long-winded answer, but yeah, that's the reason I chose Zero and what I love to do and why I'm doing it.
Right. Do you remember what, like, that moment when you made the conscious decision to say, I'm doing it. I'm starting a Twitch. I'm gonna be a breaker. Do you remember like where you were? Were you like sitting at lunch, like on your way to work? Like where were you?
So I was actually trying to think, where was I? So I was actually between jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so some shit happened with my at my current position or my ex position or whatever in
Right.
February, and then
Okay.
like I started like chilling at home. Like I already had another job lined up. It
Right,
takes
right.
about apparently 3 months to get onboarded where I was gonna be working.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of time in my hands and a little cash. So I started breaking and getting back into the hobby, and then when I
So
realized,
you were a
oh,
customer first though.
that's right. I was a customer first, yeah.
Okay. It's
Through
important.
Lupe and Twitch, yeah, I was a
Gotcha.
customer first.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And then, honestly, that's actually really important, man. Like I saw how people were running the show,
Mm-hmm.
and like some people treated my cards good, some of them bad. And what I
Right,
mean
right,
is
right,
like
right.
they were like slamming my cards, or they weren't like top loading it, like the
Right.
hit, or like what I consider the hit, and what they did was different, so they just like put it in like all together. I'm like, man, come
Right,
on,
right,
man, treat
right.
the cards better. Anyway, so you learn like what's good and bad
Mm-hmm.
and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Um,
And you can learn it pretty quick. I used to do this thing when I first started watching breaks and getting into it where I mainly just stayed with one channel because I would go to other channels and they would do
oh
shit
yeah,
like that. You would watch how they deal with other people. I would watch how they dealt with other people's shit way before I'd let see what they do with my money. You know what
right,
I
right,
mean?
right.
Make sure that there's people that have been there a long time, people that have been breaking. Like you can tell right away if someone's been breaking with someone for a long time or not in the chat. You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
so you're trying to find a place that you trust and a place that seems cool where you'd want to hang out and the breaks are fun and it's not just like, oh, here's your shit, all right, bye. Like, no one wants that experience. Some people think that that's cool for some people and it just ain't it. Like people
Right, right.
want frankly, what guys like you and Kyle give people. You
Well,
know what I mean? Like, it's got to be fun. It's got to be chill. Like that's when I found Kyle was the second stream that I found, and I stayed
Oh
with him
damn.
just because of the vibe. I've been following his channel for a couple years now, breaking with him for a
Nice.
couple years now, and
Hmm.
it's like I've stayed because I liked how he dealt with people. I liked how what he did for people. I liked how entertaining it was, and I liked how like you could like play bingo and you could do the little battle thing on the screen, and just like it's fun. You know what I mean? People want fun. People want to be part of it too, though.
Hmm.
And he gives you all that. Chaco gives you all that. You give all that.
Hmm.
Evie Light, all the homies. We all have that in common. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Some breakers aren't like that. Like some breakers don't. You know what a pet peeve of mine is? When you go to a channel
What's your
and
pet peeve, man?
and they raid you with big numbers, and then
Uh
you
huh.
go to their channel and they give you a shout out, and it doesn't even show you on their screen for like 5 seconds.
Oh,
Like
I
that,
see. Yeah, yeah.
we're like we should all be doing that for each other. Like that's
Hmm.
like people. It's one thing to give a shout out, and people are like, oh, and then they gotta click on it and walk away from. But when you see 5, 10 seconds of who they are, what they do, and the vibe there, like it changes everything. Like
Yeah, I kind of.
we should
Yeah.
all be doing that. Like it should be just like if when you do a shout out, it's built right into Twitch. It just boom, here's who they are. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be overtake everything, but it's a pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve of mine.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I've had that happen, and yeah, one of my pet peeves is when you raid even with like 30, 40 people, and then
Mm.
some people are like unfazed, like, oh, thank you, and then they just kind of go back to what they were doing. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
I'm
some
trying to like have some banter with you and stuff,
they're,
but
they're
it like I get it. Like if I was
yeah,
that big, I'm like, it would be tough for me. Like I get it because you're trying to
yeah,
get to the queue and all that. So
right. It kind of just depends. Like sometimes it's also hard to be like excited about shit, and some people are just jaded. There's people that have been streaming for a long time, but they don't have that big of an audience. But at one or
right.
maybe at one point they were big, and then their numbers dwindled to where like a 30, 40 person raid just doesn't register like it does with someone like you or me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm excited for like a 10-person raid, five
Dude, me
person raid. I
too.
don't give a
I'm
damn.
just the fact that someone went, bro, we're gonna end stream. Let's go hang out with Sideways. Like that alone is enough for me to be stoked. I don't care if it's like you raid me with two people. Like I don't give a fuck.
You're right. I don't
Two,
care.
two or 200, I'm just as excited. Like real shit. Like because
Yeah.
that means someone chose you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
care about
Mhm.
how many people you brought with me and the clout that comes with it. I don't care about that thing. The fact that you went through all the people and went that guy. You know what I mean? That's the important
Yeah.
part to me,
Yeah,
anyway.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, I was a customer first, man. And going back to what you asked me, there was a conscious decision, and I didn't know if it was gonna work out. And to be honest with you, I think it was April
Mhm.
when I attempted. And what I mean by attempted, I didn't know how much work it would be. And what I mean is, I started in April. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stream like a few days a week,
Right.
and then see what just happens and just hang out with people. And there was actually one person that kept coming around and hanging out in stream, but
Mhm.
wouldn't like buy anything. Would just like chat with me. Sometimes they were just like lurking, and I would like call them out because I don't know if you know, Streamlabs has this thing where you can see who's in your channel,
Mhm.
and so a lot of them were bots, and I knew this. But then like some of them were actual people, and so I would just say, hey, you know, if you're out there, like, you know, I'd love to chat, like see what you're about, and I'm not
Right.
here to like take your money. I would actually like just play some games, and if you want to do breaks, like we're down for it.
Right.
And then one day I kind of asked him, I'm like, dude, why do you keep coming in here? Straight up, I'm like, what the hell is up with me that you keep coming around? He doesn't come around anymore, by the way.
Right. Well, you should have
But
scared him off
no,
with your
no, no.
stupid question because he
No,
liked
he
you.
didn't. No, hold on, hold on. He didn't get scared off because he kept coming in, and then one day, like, I just stopped seeing him come in.
All
But
right.
it wasn't because
Anyway.
of the stupid question. Yeah. Anyway, he just told me like the reason he liked it because I like feedback, right? So I literally straight up asked him, and he's like, "No, I like the vibe in here. Like you're always talking. Like regardless of someone talking to you or not, you're
Mhm.
always like talking." And you're
Right.
always talking about something in regards to the hobby, like what did people do today, like
Right.
games that I'm interested in, games that people have played, or like famous or more famous games that people know about, because that's what I'm into. Like I'm a big nerd, right?
Mhm.
Or like Marvel stuff like that, right?
Right.
He was just like, yeah, I just like that. I'm like, really? I'm like, that's what I wanted to do actually. You know, part
Right.
of it was just like, you know, create a community. So they knew it. Like that guy noticed it like really really early on.
Right.
And I was actually really glad. I'm like, damn, he sees me trying and stuff like that. And if one person does, I'm like, that means like the world to me. So I kept
Right.
doing it with like 2, 3 people in there, and then like it just happened like slowly and gradually, and then exponentially, where I had more followers and things like that, which I'm very very grateful for, man. So there was a time though. I want to step it back. When was it? April to May,
Mhm.
where I didn't know if it was gonna work out because I'm like, man, I'm sitting at my computer for like 4 to 6 hours at a time because I would just be like,
Right.
no, I'm dedicated. I'm gonna like sit through this and see what
Right.
happens. And then there's a few people that you know of that actually hung around. We played games on stream.
Mhm.
Started to build like a little bit of a community, but I had to be on at certain hours, usually earlier,
Right.
on like a Saturday, Sunday, and
Mhm.
since I didn't have a job, I was on earlier, so I made a lot of you know um, people across the pond type of thing. So like I had a lot
Right.
of people coming in from Europe.
Okay.
So eventually, I was like, man, I don't think this is gonna work because no one's breaking.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't know if I get a job, like what's gonna happen. And lo and behold, you've seen it already happening. Sideways that I work, I come home, and I stream.
Mhm.
So there you go, man. So it worked out. It worked out. And
Yeah.
there's like a select like handful of people that I always thank on stream, and you'll see it if you're in there.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
see who I always thank,
Oh,
and
I
you're
know who
always
they
gonna
are.
be
I've been
like,
in that,
you're
bro.
gonna be like,
Come
you're
on.
gonna you're gonna be like, you're
Come
gonna be
on.
like, oh, I know who those 3 people are that
Yeah.
really kind of pushed me beyond May and June. And
Mhm.
June was a telltale sign that if I didn't make it work, I wouldn't have done
Right.
it. And then July we just like boomed. And I'm not talking about like sales. I meant in terms of growth for the community. It
Right.
wasn't even sales, man.
How long
So
have you been streaming
yeah.
now at this point?
No,
Since
so
April?
since April, like I said, like I really got serious. Where in June I was almost on every day, 4 to 6 hours or more, depending on what we're doing.
Right.
So
So 5 months.
so
You're on
five
month number
months, yeah,
5 right now. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Let's say so, yeah.
That's
From
crazy,
May,
bro.
seriously, yeah, because April was just like a trial thing, yeah.
Right.
So 5 months.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
biggest thing with being a streamer and where a lot of people fall short is consistency. But
Hmm.
and it's very hard for someone to stream every single day. And in my opinion, you're better off not streaming every day. You're better off having a schedule.
Yeah.
But there is also something to be said that there's that person who's streaming almost every single day because then everyone knows like, oh, every day there's someone like, oh, well, he's doing the same thing over.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's consistent. It's every day. But like
Hmm.
I can't stream every day. I have a schedule for a reason. And
No,
like
I get it. Yeah, most people do. Yeah.
yeah, like there's a lot of times like I'll be in people's like I've been in your streams for hours before and you and like didn't
Mm.
say anything because I'm like doing shit behind the scenes like doing computer shit on the computer and like but I'm just lurking watching like once in a while I'll just like I'll say something every like couple of hours. I do it to a lot of people. I do it to like your stream, Chaco's,
Hmm.
Kyle's, everybody's. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I've only been myself. I've how long has it been for me? I don't even remember when I started, but I know it was this year when I started streaming the second time.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so like and it was yeah, it was probably around April, May, somewhere in there.
Oh shit! Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I don't. By the way, I don't do that anymore. Like stream every day. I've kind of
right.
switched it to like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
I
And there'll be
seen you.
some days like if we get like large restocks of something that I'm like excited to break. I'm like, yo, let's check out the homies if they want to break this stuff because I'm like so excited to break it myself. So I'll usually like, break a box and then
Right.
somebody else will break a box, stuff like that. But I like I'm a nerd. Like I get giddy talking about oh we got like new
Mhm.
V Star boxes and yeah I broke V Star again, but they're new, so let's go in on them.
Right.
So it's always fun, man. But yeah, I've switched it up. So I'm taking like got that more of that work life balance stuff going
Right.
on, man. Because
Good.
I realized I'm like, man, like you come home from work, stream,
Mhm.
then you're like, man, do I got time for the family? Got time for
Right.
the wife? All that stuff. It's like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
you
Right.
gotta balance out those things, man.
You have to. You
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you don't, you'll lose one or the other.
Yeah,
It's,
one or the other, right? Yeah. So I went hard July and August, and then
right.
we backed off a bit. So
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you ever see me, you're like, why is Zero not streaming? Oh, he's taking care of other things. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
can think
Yeah.
about.
Our families need us at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So, has there been like a negative impact on streaming on your personal life?
um,
Like you don't have to
I
go
would
in
say
depth. Just like
no, dude. I'm thinking about it. I'm like somewhat like I'm trying to see like what level. So somewhat.
yeah.
But it's
Even if it's
nothing.
just like sleep deprivation that you
Yeah,
just
it
have
is sleep
gotten used to.
deprivation.
You know, you're getting
Yeah.
less sleep, you're putting in more hours like at work, and more hours on the stream, and you know, little time with family, little bit of sleep. Like it's hard.
Yeah. It's been rough, but like I said, I think it's almost like a reprieve from what I do for a living.
Hmm.
So like I think it's a big balance. So
Yeah.
it's like fun, but of course it's like work. And what I mean is like yeah, you're breaking, and that's all you see. But
Right.
behind like the scenes, like of course I'm like looking up like distribution prices, doing all
Right.
this other
Right.
stuff. I'm shipping, I'm trying to see what's actually good to buy and all that kind of
Right.
fun stuff which is also part of my hobby. So I don't really care. It's not work to me, but you still have to do it. It still
Right.
takes time. So
Well, on
so yeah, it's a balance.
like a scale of 1 to 10, like
Hmm.
how supportive and involved is your wife in what you're doing?
1 to 10, I would say recently more. So like now it's kind of like almost like a six,
So what
7.
was it like 2 months ago?
No, it was very little. It was probably like a
It's
two,
like a three.
probably a 2 or 3. I'm
Two or
trying to be
three?
nice. I'm like it was
Two or
two or
three?
three.
Was she
Like
mad
so
that you were
so
doing it at one point?
No, she was never upset. I think she understood, like, in terms of what I do for a living,
Right,
I'm
right,
telling you, like, it can be hard day to day.
right.
So like this was like I said, like almost like
Right.
kind of like an escape, like one would have a hobby,
Yeah,
right?
she saw it as a means to you help yourself mentally with what you have to deal with
Ex-
at work.
yeah. So in terms of the support, if you were to say, oh, active support for the stream,
Yeah.
like very low, but
Right.
was she helping me out in other areas of life? Of course. There were
Right, right.
sometimes I would come home and I'd be streaming and she'd like make dinner and stuff like that. So she
Right,
would
right,
take
right.
on a lot more of the you know responsibilities that a home requires. So like that, fucking
Right.
10, bro. Fucking 10.
Right. That's sick though.
So there was that key balance that you need, because if you kind of try to do it all on your own, it's gonna be really really tough, man. And that's
Yeah.
why like even you said consistency, I'm like, yeah, consistency but support. And then also like the larger family kind of just leaves me to it. And what I mean
Right.
is like, oh, I'm streaming this day, can't go out with you guys on the weekend and stuff like that.
Right,
Or like
right, right.
friends, they're like, yeah, we get it. And then you've seen some of my IRL friends in the stream,
Hmm.
so they come by and things like that. So yeah.
It's a weird feeling when more of your people you know IRL start showing up in your stream, and you're like,
It's kind of
whoa,
strange.
it's kind of weird.
It's
It's kind of
kind of
weird
weird.
because but what freaks me out sometimes is the fact that
Yeah.
they keep coming back over and
Oh
over
yeah,
and
yeah,
over and
yeah.
over, and you're like, oh,
Hmm.
this is like something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. They have fun though. They have fun,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
make
yeah.
jokes about it, like when we go out to dinner and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I have a few colleagues that are regulars in the chat now, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
I go to work and it's like half my staff is in the stream. I'm just like, what the fuck? This is
Oh,
weird.
that's fun.
It's
That's fun.
and they're into it though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's
we
why
give
I'm
out
like they have
cards
to be.
to
Yeah.
people sometimes just for fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyway. I digress. I digress. But like, is she helping out more now? Like with you, is she like
Yeah.
happy? She's like, oh shit, like this is actually turning into something.
Yeah, but it's not because it's turning into something. But she sees me like I've even told her, I'm like, man, I need help. So like today we did like getting things together for like shipping.
Mhm.
So like that type of stuff, like behind the scenes, not
Mhm.
like buying product or like looking up what's the next like set or things like that. But even
Mhm.
today, she was like, or no, how was it? A few days ago, she was like, oh, you think I should get a binder? Because I have
Mhm.
like spare binders of product I broke for myself,
Mhm.
for 151. You know the binder. So she's
Right.
like, oh, should I get a binder and start filling it out? Because again, my IRL friends have come by more, and she's like, oh damn, it seems really fun. And she
Yeah.
sees me having fun and them, and like, wait a second, should I do
Damn it.
something? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn, I have a ton of cards. Like, you don't even have to buy anything. You just kind of go through my stuff and see which ones you like. So,
Right.
so it's all good. It's all good. It's really fun.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Have you had like since you've been streaming, have you had that like, oh shit, I made it like moment, or that thing where you were just like, this is the thing we do now. This is my life. Like holy shit. Like have you had
Uh,
that?
Dude, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
But I had something. So I can't say like that aha moment. Like, it's like, oh, okay, now I got to like forever.
Right.
But I did have the feeling like, holy shit, this is real.
Mhm.
And it happened, I think, probably around, I think it was 200 followers.
Mhm.
I think it was 200 or 300 because I always do giveaways. Every 100 followers, we do giveaways.
Right. Right.
Um, but I think it was kind of when a certain someone like hyped up some people, and I think we hit like a hype train of like 10 or 11.
Right.
And I was like, wait, how did we do this?
Right.
And then I was looking back and I saw the people who all participated. I'm like, holy shit, like this is bigger than me,
Right.
you know. And that was the moment where I was like, oh, I feel like I made it, but not necessarily, because I had kind of like not bigger plans, but like
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, Sideways. I think I've told you personally, like it's not about like having 500 people in there. It's about
Right.
knowing all of them.
Right. Right. Right.
So that might be tough at 500 or even 200. So
Right.
so that's not even the goal. The goal is just to know everybody and make sure everybody's having a good time.
Mhm.
And like if you don't hit off something, that I can, you know, go, hey man, we got your back at ZEROSstuffstore. Here's a, you know, a hit or two or whatever, you know, or a vintage card or a booba card or something to, you know, people call it copium, but I'm like, no, I think it's something like nice that you don't get. Like someone mentioned it yesterday. They're like, yeah, you don't get that at Target or Walmart when you go in on like an ETB.
Right.
Like you buy whatever you get, you stuck with it. I'm like, yeah, you buy from a breaker, you know, there tends to be that love of the hobby where it's like, man, I know how that feels, so here's a hit.
Right.
And of course, all the homies kind of understand, like, yo, I didn't get a hit from a box, or I did, and I'm okay with that. And we know that we gotta support each other, because everybody loves the hobby. But man, like it kind of sucks, man, when you don't hit off like one, you go in $30-$60, man. You've seen those 151 ETBs, bro.
There's a if you look at every like big breaker, they all do that. They all have
they all
like
do that.
Like they all have, here, bro, we're not gonna let you go out like that. Here's a hit
no,
from the
dude.
hitbox or whatever. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Pretty much everybody does that kind of shit. There's a few people that don't, but you know, it is.
Yeah,
what
no,
it
that's
is.
folk. That's okay. Like that was one time I was giving out packs, and I'm like, whoa, man, whoa, like I keep giving out packs, bro.
Right.
And then I had no inventory. I'm like, man, let me just give out hits.
There's got to
like,
be a line somewhere. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm giving out the trick or trade packs like with every bingo.
Oh yeah,
It's just like a little extra. You know what I mean? It's
extra,
nothing crazy. But people enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like to collect sets, so I'm okay with all that. So so yeah, we do the same thing.
If you can collect that whole set for free, like, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's like,
dude.
Fuck's sake.
But yeah, that's my mentality. It's just everyone having fun.
What do you think? What do you think your like biggest win so far was, or your biggest like where when you ended stream, you're like, dude, that was fucking amazing.
Dude, I'm not sideways. I'm not the type of person. Unfortunately, I'm always like, oh, like what did I do? What can I do? Like what could we have done better? Stuff like that. But
no, I'm saying where like you ended the stream and you're like, that was the best stream I've ever done. That was the best stream I've ever been a part of. That's the best stream I've ever had. Like,
you know what? I think it was at the beginning of September. It's kind of like the moment, like you said, like haha, we made it type of thing, but it wasn't like necessarily we made it, but I was just like, oh, this is bigger than me.
Right.
Was at the beginning of September where we did almost like an impromptu like sub goal thing, where if we met sub goals, I was gonna give away a slab to those that gifted subs or sub themselves.
Right.
And we ended up doing that, and we had more subs and gifted subs than we did followers. Like that's how crazy it was.
Right.
Because of that, and I think that helped us grow like exponentially and brought in way more people. It was kind of crazy because like I don't know if you know what happens when you continue subbing above your follower. Just like random people start getting that.
Right.
So they come in, they're thankful for the person who gifted the sub. They use the emotes. You know, people learn about me more.
Right.
And it's just like more exposure to what we're doing, and then people are, of course, some of them are gonna be welcoming of what we're doing. So it was really, really cool. But basically at the end, someone won a lot, and then the other person didn't win that much, and they gave back. And so what I typically do is I'm the one that out nices the nice, and so I gave back even more. And so like I felt like really good after that stream. Like wow,
hell yeah.
Like I'm not sure if this is making it, but man, it feels really good, dude. Feels
No,
really good.
that's the feeling you're supposed to have when you get on stream. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel
Yeah.
like that. Like, that's what's up, dude. I love hearing that. Like, that's the shit you're doing. Like, honestly, because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
even just know when we met to where you are now is so big.
Yeah,
In
it's
like
kind
it's
of crazy,
crazy.
right?
It's kind of
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's kind of
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
telling you, that September to like even now, you're like, what happened in a
Yeah,
month, bro?
yeah.
What the? Yeah,
It
yeah.
it
So
is
it's work though, man. It's work. Like I don't like anyone that's like sitting there is like, man, I want to do it too. It's
right.
work, and you
It's a
gotta be
lot of work
consistent.
and a lot of
And
sacrifice, and it costs a lot of
yeah,
money. Costs a lot of
it
money.
costs a lot. It does cost a lot of money. You're right. If you see my story, you'll be like, zero what? Like, what do you got?
Like it's
It
zero
costs a
because
lot of
we're
money.
making $0.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
We ain't making
Yeah.
shit, so zero stuff
No.
store.
Yeah, it's zero. It's zero's making $0. No,
Zero
honestly, like
profit.
if you, dude, if you saw my bank account, you'd be like, how are you doing this, bro? And so what it is,
Hmm.
it's like any business model. If you want to go into that conversation, like
Right.
you gotta put in like the investment, and you're
Yep.
not gonna see the payout for like 6 months to a year after. So like, what I
Yep.
mean is 6 months in, you're still in the negative. Maybe
Yeah.
6 months after that, you might be positive. But
Right.
I'm not doing it for that, dude. I already told you. So
Right.
we all do it for the love of the hobby and make sure we're breaking even and giving back. So that's
Hmm.
all it's about, man. Honestly.
Yeah. That's the important thing, bro. Is like people got to remember, and I feel like some streamers forget, like your audience is what makes you. Without
Oh
your
yeah.
audience, you ain't
Hmm.
shit but a dude with a camera. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like
That's right.
you got
That's
to
right.
thank them for it. If you can't be humbled by the people
Hmm.
around you and the people that watch you and the people that hang out with you on stream and support you, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Turn your shit off and don't ever turn it back on if that's who you are. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You like, bro, my audience and the people that come to my stream over and over again, like there's people in my chat before my stream starts. Like before my shit goes live, there's people in my stream like, hey, like let's go, blah blah blah, like excited. The homies, you know what I mean? And
Right. Right.
like that shit is so fucking important. If you're not thankful for the motherfuckers that show up at week after week, stream after stream, like you shouldn't be a streamer. You know what I mean? People got to remember that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
No, I
saying.
feel
People got to
that.
remember
No,
that shit.
I feel that.
But what would you say is like the biggest lesson you learned from doing Twitch and being a breaker?
From doing Twitch, no, well, I guess from being a breaker.
Hmm.
'Cause I'm like from Twitch, I just know. So like if I were to go back in time with what I know now, when I
Hmm.
used to run those StarCraft like King of the Hills, I would run tournaments, dude.
Right.
We wouldn't give out anything. It was just kind of just rep and
Right.
kind of like you gotta talk trash that I won this week, right?
Yeah.
So
You,
it was
you
all rep.
you just clout. You're just doing it for
It's a
clout.
cloud.
Just
We just did it for
just
cloud.
just how KJ Taya.
So, no. So if I went back, I would tell myself that I've been more consistent with it and
Hmm.
actually like, develop more of the community through other people,
Hmm.
which I think is like not the hard work now, but like I go like you'll see me in a ton of people's channel, man. Like I'll
Right.
at least come in and say hi, like what's up, how's it going, and I actually give a crap about the other people. Like there's a ton of streamers that you'll see me like asking them stuff, and sometimes like I'll be in the middle of work, I'll be on the drive like to work or from work, and you're
Hmm.
like, dude, why is Zero in this channel, bro? This guy's
Right.
nuts because I actually genuinely care, and so when I see him on, I'm like, oh, let me catch him and see how they're doing. Um, but wait, what was your question, bro? I kind of lost it. I'm like, man, I'm like talking all this mess, and I'm like, it all matters, but I'm
No,
like,
it was
I
what
got
was
that early onset dementia coming
no,
on,
you're
bro.
good. It was what was the biggest lesson you learned from being a
Oh,
Twitch
okay.
streamer or a
So yeah,
breaker?
that's what I was getting at. So the biggest lesson is like not selling myself short and knowing
Hmm.
it's hard work, and that the hard work actually pays off in what you want to do
Right.
ultimately. And so like that's why I mentioned like if I were to go back, I would
That is the
actually
most
told my younger self,
1980s Wheaties
no,
Wonder
listen,
Bread answer you could have
I don't
given.
give a damn. So
Be more specific, motherfucker.
be more specific, man. I'm trying to be Ronald Reagan over here. No, I'm
You
kidding.
you really are right now. You finna get popped too, bitch. Let's go.
All right. No, so the biggest lesson, honestly, I think I have eventually learned, like through all everything I've done for my career, which I won't talk about, but
Mhm.
even now, is a sense of this is gonna get a little deep.
Mhm.
So a sense of like legacy,
Right.
which is really important to me.
Good.
Even though I know some people are gonna be like, "Yo, I wanted to zero stream and whatever, dude. I shut it off.
Right. Right. Right.
I
Right.
kept about my day." But
Right.
there are those people that are
God
in there
damn it.
like I mentioned to you, like you know who they are.
Right.
A few people that like I told you got me through like almost like the May June where I did think of like ending it. Like not ending my life, but ending the stream.
That's
Like
got real
ending.
dark real
No,
quick.
no, dude, because I said ending it. I'm like,
Bro,
some people are gonna
I
like
was like,
kind of not understand that. No, I said
bro,
ending it, but I meant ending my streaming career. Okay, so
bro.
I thought about like actually turning it off and being
You
like, all
gotta
right,
work
this
into
ain't for
that.
me.
You gotta rework that shit a little bit.
I need to say more words. Yeah, yeah. But no, I thought about like ending the stream. Like honestly, like
Okay,
between
I hear you, I hear you.
like May and June. So I like with those people and like the effect they had on my life and the
Mhm.
fact that I know I could like I have in theirs, like
Right.
even just as a breaker, but like these people I'm talking about, they become
Mhm.
almost like friends of mine.
Yeah.
I've talked to them on VC. I've
Mhm.
talked to them like on DMs, like how you doing, like what's going on,
How
like
you doing?
what. Yeah, like
Mhm.
what you about? Like
Right.
how's everything going? How's the fam and all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
So that matters, and so that's the lesson I feel like I've learned,
Mhm.
and it's not about the breaks, it's not about the money, it's not about the hobby, it's about those connections. So that's the biggest lesson, man, honestly. So I don't
Yeah.
care if that's a
Right.
1980s fucking
No,
answer,
that's
bro.
much better.
That's
It's
the
much
true
better.
answer.
It's much
That's a
better.
true answer. But
That's
yo, the hard work is yo, that's I didn't know.
hard
All right,
work.
so now I
Lots and
know.
lots of
Yeah.
hard work. Like
That's why I was like,
people,
I didn't know, and now I know.
you
So
got
I'm
to
gonna
be
keep
your
at
own
it.
tech support. You got to learn OBS. You got to learn how to
Mm-hmm.
do plugins. You got to learn how to make
That's right.
overlays. You got to figure out
Yeah,
camera shit. You got to buy camera
that's
shit.
right. You
You
got
got to
my
make it
camera
all
shit.
work. You got to make your audio work. You got to
Yeah.
make your shit look good on stream. Like this shit this shit wasn't premeditated, or it was premeditated
It was
rather.
premeditated.
It
You have
was
to work on that, yeah.
premeditated. You know what I mean? All this is all.
Yo, wait, hold on. Sideways, you never came to my stream when I had like a crappy GoPro and it was like in front of me and I was like doing this number with the cards?
I
You
don't
never saw
think
that?
so. No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
dude. It
It
was
was pretty
bad
much how it is
before.
now. Pretty much.
Yeah, it was bad before, but people didn't care. They came in, they loved the vibe, and they're like, man. So basically, I had a GoPro, and it would last the battery. I swear to God, 3 hours, and it would not take a charge from the computer. So I had to change batteries every 3 hours,
It
and so
w-
there were some streams. It was like 6 hours, and
I
so
remember that shit. I do remember
I
that shit.
kept. I kept switching batteries, and people are like, "Bro, is this guy like scamming me behind?" It's like, "No, man, I just don't have the equipment."
That's
And so,
funny.
once we did enough breaks, I'm like, okay, maybe I have some cash left to get a camera.
Well,
And
what kind
so,
of camera
like,
did you buy?
well, now I have something called an InstaLink 360, which is actually really
Okay.
cool, man. It's
Is
like
it
a
the
4K camera,
is it the
but
moving one?
yeah, it moves too, but I don't move it on stream. Like it's supposed to move with you, like when you
Right,
move
right,
like the
right.
cards and stuff like
Right,
that.
right,
But
right.
I don't have it like that. I just have it like
Okay.
facing down, and it has
Okay.
good quality. You've seen it on stream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
Hmm.
been wondering, like, cause I'm shopping around for a new camera, cause the
Yeah.
camera I use doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my old lady, and she just
Oh.
bought a fucking giant Ansel Adams 9000 fucking
The
lens
hell's that?
for it, so she wants her camera back, and it's hers, and she is entitled
Oh.
to her things. So I'm
Okay.
gonna shop around that way, cause it's not because like she has to have it back or anything. It's just I just don't want it
Hmm.
to be a hassle anytime either of us need to
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
that camera. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
buy a second camera or a
Yeah.
third camera or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
This thing is a webcam, by the way. It's a webcam.
it's a webcam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually a webcam.
So
It's
the
not like
one,
a regular camera. There's some regular cameras that you can turn into webcams that are
yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah. But
Amazing.
I'm like right now I'm looking at like the Elgato. It's the Elgato Facecam 4K Ultra. So
Okay. Yeah.
it'll shoot 4K 60.
Yeah. 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 Uh huh.
So I'm thinking I might just get that, because like if that's
Hmm.
all I need, because I can't upload in 4K fucking,
No.
so it's like what does it even matter?
No,
And
even when you shoot out, it doesn't go out 4K. Like
right,
Twitch will drop it down.
but what it does give you is if you zoom in on it, you
Hmm.
maintain all your detail.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
Even though it's only going to show 1080 at best, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
But it'll
sure.
be
No, no, no. This one
1080 and
does
then
it.
1080 zoomed in also. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go with that, and instead of buying like a really big expensive camera, because my wife is like telling me like I should get this camera, that camera. They're all like around a G, and I'm like, I
A
don't really want.
G.
Yeah, I don't
No,
want to
no, you
spend
don't
that.
need
But
that. No, you
she's
don't need
she
it.
has nice
You don't need
cameras.
it.
The only thing about this
Okay.
camera is this camera doesn't have a setting to put it to where it never shuts off. Like Infinity, it just has like maxed out time.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
have to have autofocus on, so that autofocus is constantly trying to see
Hmm.
like like right there, it just did it, where like it shutters a little bit, but that it's doing that so it doesn't shut itself off. It's kind of fucking
Yeah, I
annoying.
see. Yeah, no, well, the Elgato and the one I have are very similar. And I think
Right.
there's another one that from Razer.
Yeah,
So I
the
looked at those
Razer.
three.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah, yeah.
three that I'm looking at,
Hmm.
but just the
Yep.
Razer it's funny. I actually found a dude on YouTube who he made a video and it looked like it was sponsored by Elgato. He had an Elgato mic that he was using to make the video. He had
Oh,
Elgato
really?
boxes stacked behind him, but the video was about how the Razer cam was much better, and he was doing a side-by-side comparison where he's shooting on both cameras at the exact same time. And I'm sitting here
Hmm.
looking at him going, the fucking Elgato looks better. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like it shows detail in the background of like this little like Travis Scott statue, and the
Hmm.
Elgato detail was way better. Like the lettering on the Elgato box behind him on the Elgato
Yeah.
camera was
Yeah, yeah,
clear.
yeah.
You could see the outline; it was clear. But on the other one was
Wow.
fuzzy. I'm like, what the? How are you saying this is better? And then like 3 months later, makes another video about how they came out with some update, and now it's 10 times better than the other camera. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
there
hard
was
to
a
see
video
that.
that said like the software of I think the Razer was slightly better than the
Yeah,
Instalink, the one I have.
the
Yeah.
sensor's bigger
Yeah.
on the Razer, but the
Hmm.
technology in the Elgato is better, and the
Yeah.
software for it is also better. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do
But
more with it.
yeah, but they were saying with like mine, the one I have, like the Razer software was better. But I want to
Hmm.
be honest with you, like with what I need it for, it does the job and actually
Right.
does it pretty well. And I could actually like mess with the settings, so the
Hmm.
camera actually like moves right, and actually
Right.
move like left to right, up or down,
Hmm.
and it changes the angle, and it's really cool, man. So I really like this one. I know a few streamers that use it, so I was like, okay, I'm settled. And I bought like a big old arm that doesn't move, which you definitely need. There's also right here, you guys can't see it, but I have a Yeti mic that I've had for a long time because I
Yeah.
wanted to do podcasts one day, but I didn't do it. But it was more on the my like what I do professionally. I wanted to like do
Right.
podcasts like professionally on what
Right.
I done for a living. But now I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So I had it sitting there forever. I'm like, let's hook it up. Let's get serious. So, dude, it's time, effort, work,
Hmm.
the IT you gotta run. You know how it is, man.
Hmm.
So yeah, still a big lesson. All right, I don't care if it's a 1980s answer. Still can't.
No, the first part. The first part was like a 1980s answer,
I
but,
know, I know.
but you're good
I'm
now.
just messing, man.
All right. Well, you want to do the lightning round?
Yeah, go for
You
it, go
feeling
for it.
spicy? Okay, so for those who don't know,
Feeling
the lightning
spicy.
round is very simple. Okay, this is all yes or no, this or that answers. It's not in depth. It's like, do you want this or do you want that? And you go this or that. It's very simple. Okay,
All right.
but we don't have to necessarily go through them quick. And if you want to speak on something, you're more than welcome to. But
I
this
was gonna
is
say, man. Yeah, I'm not as
okay.
quick kind of guy, but go for
Okay,
it.
okay. Ready? Uh, okay. Um, Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Uh, rap, rock, or country?
I can't. I choose one.
Yeah, choose one.
I guess rock.
Rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the Earth round or flat?
Round.
Are aliens working with the CIA?
Of course.
Of course.
No, they're not. I don't know how serious you want me to be with this shit, man.
No, it's lightning round. You can do however you want, bro. I mean, I want your honest opinion, but you can just say
Oh
whatever the fuck you want.
they're not working. I'm just fucking
He's like,
around.
no, 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 no. You
People are
raised, you
gonna be
raised.
like, dude, this guy's a fucking flat earther with aliens and working for the government. No. I'm just messing. I love the kid around.
All right, all right. Lightning or USB Type C?
Wait, no, USB Type C. Even though I'm an iPhone guy, yeah.
Ooh, see, that's why these questions are on here. I want to see
Yeah.
the hard truth. The
And
hard truth.
of course it's the hard truth. I only use yo. If you want to really know, I only use iPhone because it was the first smartphone I got,
Why
and
don't
I've
you just...
run through. Listen. I've run through Android,
Mhm.
Windows. I had the
Mhm.
Windows phone. Tell me you did that one, all right?
Oh, I
I
did.
literally
I
learned.
did.
I learned all like the OSs just to
Mhm.
be like, which one do I like the most? And I went back to like, okay, yeah, this is my first like smartphone, so it was easier to
Right.
use for
I
me.
had Windows
Yeah,
CE on more than one phone.
let's go.
Like
Okay,
full
there you go.
keyboard Windows CE with a pen, and it was like looked
No,
like
no, I didn't
Windows
have that. I
95.
had like the, you know, when Nokia came out with the Windows Phone, that one.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was not good,
Uh,
bro. Not
okay.
good.
Beef or pork chorizo?
No. I gotta go with beef, even though I'm a Cuban pork guy. But I gotta go with beef.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All
that's what
right.
it is.
Beer or liquor?
Beer, just because I drink it more.
Beer because you drink. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just drink it more.
Tampico or Sunny D?
Where the hell did that one come
It
from?
comes from
Yo,
this fucking brain that I can't turn off. So go.
it's Tampico, bro. I
All
grew up on
right.
that one too.
All right. Got you. All right. So this will be a good one. East Coast or West Coast?
Oh my god, no, bro, don't do this to me.
Run it, bitch.
Just in general, I mean, let me tell you, growing up, I was all about the West Coast culture, but I lived on the East Coast, so whatever that means
Well,
for
you
you.
lived in. Did you grow up in Florida though? So,
No, I grew up in Florida. I lived in Jacksonville. I lived in New York.
so you're
Yeah,
far East Coast.
mostly East Coast.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm
East
far
Coast.
East
I'm
Coast.
far East Coast.
But like when you talk about like West Coast rap versus East Coast
Mhm.
rap, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
West Coast rap all day. Like I don't give a
Okay.
damn.
This I guess this will make the next question interesting.
But
Tupac or Biggie?
yeah, Tupac. I already kind of answered that one. I already
Okay.
answered that one.
All right. Windows or Mac?
No, Windows.
Windows. Okay.
Mhm.
Sony, Canon, or Nikon?
Yo, I've only dealt with Canon with cameras, so that's what we got.
So Canon.
Yeah, Canon. Yeah.
Okay. PlayStation or Xbox?
Yeah, PlayStation. I used to be Xbox, but PlayStation
Boo.
and PC would be
PC,
my number one
PC,
answer.
PC. That's not on the fucking
PC
answer
Master
list,
Race.
bitch.
PC Master Race. All right, sideways. PC Master Race. But no,
Listen,
PlayStation.
listen.
PlayStation. Switch. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, PC Master Race. It is what it is. It
Right
is what it
behind you.
is. It is what
Big
it
ass
is.
fucking graphic card showing. Yeah. Xbox or PlayStation. Okay.
Okay.
PlayStation though. PlayStation.
PlayStation. All right, I'm
Mm.
Xbox, bitch.
Yeah, I
Uh,
used to be, but not anymore.
the Hub or OnlyFans?
So I don't know either one. You know I'm a boomer with some of those things. I don't know.
Like I'm a good
Fuck it.
Catholic boy.
Dude,
I don't know what
I
either
don't,
of those
dude,
things are.
hold
I'm
on.
too
No, I
busy
know.
reading the Bible at night.
I'm reading the Bible with my Pokemon cards. He says, no. So dude, I know what OnlyFans is, but I really don't know what the hub is. Like, I don't know. Is it like OnlyFans?
No, it's just the online porn site.
I guess the hub then. Okay, I know what
Yeah.
it is.
Now I gotta say the P site.
Yeah, I got you. No. So I knew what it was. Okay, I just didn't know you called it the hub.
Yeah. Well, that's what because we can't say the full name. See.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
it. So the
yeah.
hub. We'll say
Okay.
the hub.
I'll say the hub. You don't even know what it is.
I didn't know. No, hold on. I know what it is now. You explained it to me without really saying it.
Okay.
So I got it.
All right.
So the hub,
All right.
not OnlyFans.
Do you still have cable TV?
No, actually, no. I recently moved and we only bought internet. We didn't buy cable.
There
Like
you
we didn't
go.
buy the channels.
There you go. Whose choice? Yours or your wife's?
Mine.
Yours? We'll
Yeah, no,
leave
but we
that
have.
shit.
I'm
I want that
laughing 'cause,
double
dude,
double hot
we
speed.
got we we ended up getting today I watched the Dolphins game. As you see, I have a Dolphins hat. I'm a Dolphins fan. So we went to go watch it. I'm like looking for some streams online, and she's like, "No, it's on what was it, Paramount Plus or something like that." I'm like, "We have Paramount Plus?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I didn't know you went in on this, but whatever." Turn it on. We
Right?
saw the game that way. So anyway, so we don't have cable, but we have like some apps. We don't have all of them.
Right. Okay. Spotify or YouTube Music?
Bro, I have to pick one. I don't use neither, man. I don't use them.
What's your boomer ass use? Pandora?
No, I use Apple Music.
Winamp?
No, Apple Music. Dude, I used to use Winamp. Don't mess with me, man.
I know,
Back in
fool.
the day, it was Winamp.
He's
But
still
no,
using that shit too. You just don't want us to know.
No, I use Apple Music. Apple Music.
Apple Music. All right.
Yeah.
I like Spotify, man. I don't know why.
So hold on. I do like Spotify, but I never learned how to use it. And anyway, I get like a good discount on like Apple Music.
Yeah.
So I just use Apple Music. Like
Yeah,
it's
that
always
makes
been a
sense.
thing. Like I look up like albums and I just listen to full albums. That's how I do it. I don't
Yeah.
really make playlists.
No, that makes sense.
Mhm.
America or Japan?
Why do I have to answer this one? I'm gonna just say America because I haven't been to Japan, even though I like everything they put out. So
Alright.
I don't know how to answer that one.
See, this one I think I know the answer to, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. War breaks out. Are you going to Mexico or are you going to Canada?
Dude, where do you think I'm going, bro?
You going to fucking Europe.
Probably would get to go to fucking Europe, bro.
He's
Not
like,
going to
Ireland, here we come.
Dude, my background is Cuban. Like, even going to Mexico is like, I don't know. War tends to follow you down there. I don't know if like Canada. Never been to Canada. Maybe I will go to Canada. It depends what's going on in Canada.
It depends on what's going on. A bunch of French people eating French fries with gravy and cheese on it.
You never know, man. You never know. War breaks out in the U.S. Maybe Canada started. I don't know.
Nah. Canada's cool. It's just like it feels like the northern part of the United States.
Northern part of the United
Everyone's
States, I know.
super friendly. Food is, but culture is pretty chill, pretty laid back. Everyone's super nice. Like if you're from somewhere where like you can't walk down the street and someone random doesn't say hi to you, then you'll feel uncomfortable because everyone will be like, oh hey, I was like, oh sorry, or how do they say it? Goddamn, sorry. I can't do Canadian.
That's okay. Dude, I haven't really been to Canada, but a lot of the people in my community are from Canada, actually. So
yeah, mine too. Like
we get along really well. So like I'm like cool with all of them. So.
Yeah, the people that helped make our emotes for the Turtle Gang shit.
That's right. Yeah.
They're Canadian.
Yeah.
And they're fucking sweethearts, both of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone from Canada's been nice. Like I don't know an asshole from Canada. I know plenty of assholes from the U.S., but not from Canada.
Yo, if you want to laugh, for some time, everybody I kept rating was from Canada. I'm like, why do I keep doing this? And I was just because they're nice people. Nice. I get along with all of them.
They're like, oh, hey, how you doing?
No, because sometimes we were like, yo, I want to buy things from the breaker you guys sent us to, but they're in Canada, and I want my stuff faster. I don't know.
Yep.
But whatever.
When can I get my stuff shipped out? Oat. When can I get my stuff shipped? You got to say oat, like O-A-T. You got to, instead of saying out, like ship oat. You got to ship oat.
Yeah.
This one should probably be a no-brainer also, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Pizza or tacos?
Crap. I guess tacos.
Tacos. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, I was gonna think. I was like, depends what tacos, depends what pizza. Because like, if you're talking about like Taco Bell tacos, no. But if you're talking about like food truck tacos, great.
Right.
And like, if you told me like some New York style pizza versus like Taco Bell, I choose the New York style pizza. So it's all like what type, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And that's what. And I'm talking top tier pizza versus top tier tacos.
No, tacos all day. No,
tacos all day. Okay.
All day.
Yeah, because that's the big like. Yeah, you can't say like Taco Bell versus fucking Pizza Hut. Fuck that shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like you could only have pizza or tacos the rest of your life. Which one are you doing?
Oh, I see. No, tacos.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean that's pretty much all I got for you. But do you got any questions for me?
Yo, you mentioned some questions already at the beginning where I'm like, yo, I want to know where the hell did the white girl magic come from? You said it. I'm like, I never asked you.
Where did the white girl magic shit come from?
Yeah, where'd you come up with that? And then like, why'd you stick with it? That's
okay,
the other part.
So the white girl magic thing is, I guess, like growing up, my mom always had crystals. My aunt always had crystals. And they both raised me. My old lady's got crystals. I've always liked crystals. Okay, but I knowing a few people that are big influential people that
Mm-hmm.
stay with certain crystals for certain reasons. One of
Oh,
which
okay.
is the one I use specifically is citrine, which is from South America, and it brings like good fortune and good luck and
Mm.
success. So like Rob Dyrdek, he rolls around with citrine in his pocket at all times. He has like big citrine crystals at his house, and a lot of other big people do the same thing for the same reason. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I stay with it. That's what this big chunk is. I got some more sitting behind me and shit. Um, but yeah,
But that's the one you use on stream, right? You don't switch
yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
It's
No,
always
this
that
same
one.
one.
Okay.
Just this one. This one I got in Northern California.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
bought
I
this
know.
one.
I heard you say that,
Yeah.
and it was like that when you got it, right? It's not
Yeah,
changing
yeah, yeah.
colors and
No,
crap.
no. This
Okay,
is
okay.
exactly how it was when I got it. If anything, it's dusty, but probably
Oh,
not
it's
since I rub it all the time. I doubt it's dusty. But no, that's
that's
just
cool
like
though.
my go-to piece. And the way I pick my crystals too is like I went to a place that had
Mm-hmm.
many, many crystals, and it's kind of like car shopping or buying something that's super like meaningful to you. Like you're taking
Mm.
the time and energy and trying to find the match, the one that stands out, the one that it just feels right. You know what I mean? And so that's how I picked this one, and that's what I use on stream.
Mm-hmm. And you just why do you keep using it? Same reason,
Yeah,
like what
same
you
reason.
mentioned
Like
about.
it's
Yeah,
so
that.
yeah, so I keep it for that reason. Like
Okay.
um I just so not this round of streaming for me, but when I originally started streaming and I started doing
Mm-hmm.
breaks, because when I started streaming, I started first just from my Xbox playing like Forza, GTA, and then when I moved back to Washington, I ended up getting like a camera and stuff set up and doing it, doing an overlay and a background and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started breaking, I just like did it for good luck, really, and it worked. People liked it, so I kept doing it. And
No, I got you.
like where the I don't know where the term white girl magic came from. It
Yeah, I don't know
just
what that.
came out and
Okay.
stuck, and I just said it one time. I was like, "Ooh, let me hit it with this white girl magic," and because the meme of like white girls like crystals, so it's just like hit with the white girl magic, and it works, and people love it, so I keep doing it. And
Yo,
now
so
it's
so
that's what I call it now. I just like whenever I go like, "Ooh, I gotta go to the store look for some more white girl magic."
okay, okay. So I know this about you that I know your favorite Pokemon is Gyarados, right?
Mhm, mhm,
What's your favorite all time card if you have one? Because I was like looking at the slabs when you got up that you got behind you. I was
mhm.
like, man, I gotta ask him like, what's his favorite like actual Pokemon card?
Like
Like,
out of my collection,
not only out of your collection, but like that you ever seen ever. Like,
oh, that
yo,
I've
like I
ever
want
seen
that card.
ever.
Yeah, because
I
I know you like
want
Gary, so I'm
like
like, which
okay,
Gary card do you is like
ultimate.
your holy grail, like your holy grail?
So there's a couple. There's actually a
Yeah.
couple. One is the Cardass Pocket Monsters Gyarados Refractor.
Okay.
Um, and then there's Shadowless. I want a Shadowless PSA 10 Holo Gyarados,
Okay,
which
like the yeah, okay,
which
like base
goes
unlimited type of
yeah,
thing.
and it
Childless.
goes for stupid money.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
stupid money.
Uh-huh.
But then after that, like I guess I just really want them all. I want like every Gyarados card.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So like, and I'm kind of doing it to where like there's some cards in Japanese that are more modern even that I'm still hunting for and trying to get like a good deal on. Like Chaco's got one of the cards I got behind me slabbed. He's got a Japanese one that he's sending in, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
sending in another English version of it. So I'm like, yo, when the Japanese comes back, like maybe we should trade because
Oh, I see.
I'll have two English graded ones, and
Oh, okay, okay.
one's PSA and the other one will be CGC,
Yeah.
new label. So
No, so what is your favorite one that you got back there, slapped up at least that you own?
uh,
If you had to choose one,
so
one to take on like a desert island.
I'd I'd say there's two for two different reasons. One
Mm-hmm.
is the Magikarp, which is from Paldea, the Magikarp,
Oh,
which is
yeah,
it's right, so you can see it's right there. That's
yeah,
the
I know what you're
Magikarp
talking
right
about.
there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I got that with Kyle on his stream,
Oh,
like
okay.
right when it
What was
came
that
out,
Pokemon?
I kind of sniped
Mm-hmm.
it, and I graded it myself, and it came back a 9.
Mm.
Um, it has a Gyarados in the background,
Yeah, I know. The
and it's
top,
like,
yeah,
it's cool. It's like a dope Magikarp card. Who would have thought, But
it's really dope.
the fact that, like, I got it, I sniped it, and then it came back a 9. But then I have the CGC Pristine 10 Gyarados that I got but I bought that from Christian, um, and he sent it to me from California. I got it and I turned it in to CGC, and it came back a Pristine 10. I don't know how, but it did. And yeah, so that's probably only in second place because I didn't pull it myself. I like to pull my shit myself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, okay.
You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Yeah,
I just like to. It's a different feeling buying something that's already graded versus
for sure.
buying a card and then having it graded versus ripping a card and then paying to have it graded and then getting it back and it's dope. Does that make sense?
No, for sure. There's some that I'm like, I don't think I'll ever get rid of. That are in my personal collection.
Well, what do you think?
What's your?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
No, no, no.
I was
You go
gonna be like,
ahead.
I'm like, what's your favorite thing to pull? Is it Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Marvel?
Like for
I'm not.
myself?
Yeah, for yourself. You're not big into sports, right? I know I usually do
No,
Pokemon,
no.
Marvel, DBZ,
Yeah, so if I'm ripping stuff, it's
or Star Wars
usually
now.
DBZ. Sometimes I
Mm.
haven't really been able to rip Star Wars for myself. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, okay.
That vintage Marvel break was probably my favorite so far, though.
Yeah, okay, okay.
That was fire. Pulling a hit that I've been chasing for like 28 years is fucking
Oh
nuts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
You
remember
know what
that.
I mean?
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was rowdy. But usually on
Mm-hmm.
the usual, it's Dragon
Mm-hmm.
Ball Z because I'm usually like chasing something. I'm usually chasing the numbered cards,
Oh, okay, okay.
like all these Johnnies up here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've given away a shit ton. Like if I still had all the ones that I've won, I'd have almost triple what's sitting up there. like,
Damn. Okay. Okay.
like I've
Okay.
given quite a bit away. But it's like, I
Yeah.
want I like watching the homies eat, so it's fun.
Yeah. No, I know. I
Gotta feed
know,
these
dude.
hyenas before they fucking take my head off, fool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know
I'm
what
bad
happens
for it
when you
though.
don't feed a hyena for a
Yeah,
while?
I know what happens, man.
You go in to feed them, they rip your fucking hand off.
That's right. That's right.
Or your arm, rather. They'll take your whole arm, bitch. But
No, but I understand the
what else you
sentiment.
got for me, fool? Anything
I don't
else you
know,
want to know?
man. I don't know if I want to know anything else.
You
What?
know?
Like, I'm not sure if I want. No, I'm kidding. You said you asked this to me like about yourself. So what's up with the sunglasses? What's up?
The sunglasses?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. So I always like wearing sunglasses like all the time. If I could wear
Oh, just all the
sunglasses
time. Okay.
24/7, I'd wear them 24/7. But because of
Uh-huh.
work, I'm not allowed to. But like as soon as I get in my car, I put on sunglasses. Rain, like I live in the Pacific Northwest and
Mhm.
it's gloomy a lot, like it's overcast. But when it's
Mhm.
overcast and it's the sun's beating through it, it like creates the like I don't know if it's blue light or whatever, but I've been getting like tension headaches
Oh, for real?
and like I'm like I see my son do it all the time too. He's just like squinting all the time.
Mhm.
And so I've been wearing sunglasses like my whole life to try to counteract all this shit. And so I just like wearing sunglasses. And um I started wearing blue light glasses all the time even though I'm not wearing actual prescription glasses.
Right, right, right.
And
Okay.
so I was wearing those on stream, but what bothered me is then you see the reflection of my lights and all this other
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, that means I either can't wear those lenses or I may as well just wear sunglasses because I'll be more comfortable and it'll help
Mhm.
keep like all the bright lights from making me want to squint even with the blue light ones on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So
I get you.
because I got all these lights in my face, because I don't have a lot of overhead light, it's all like either behind me or in front of me. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I don't have any room lights on really, like when I'm streaming.
Mhm.
So it's like I have all this
Mhm.
light like just pointed at me with two screens pointed at me, and I'm just like, it's just makes sense. And like
No, it makes
it
sense.
wasn't like to do like a shtick or anything.
Mhm.
Um, but I just did it because it's comfortable. That's like saying it's like I wear a hat all the time for a shtick. You know what I mean? Like I wear
Yeah, right. I
sunglasses all
got
the
you.
time. And the Hawaiian shirts, like it's
Mhm.
summer, bro. Like all my Hawaiian shirts are like I have like 15, 20 Hawaiian shirts. I've been wearing
Damn,
them
bro.
since I was a kid. Like when I moved to Washington as a kid, I was in high school and I wore Hawaiian shirts every fucking day, and everyone knew I was the kid from California. And then I moved back to California, and then like I stopped wearing Hawaiian shirts for a while. But then when I got older, and especially when I moved back to California, it's so hot, I just started getting Hawaiian shirts mainly for the fabric and the feel. Like, but I'm not gonna wear like some goofy shit on the same type of shirt either. So it's like Hawaiian shirts the only thing that makes sense. So I just went back to wearing Hawaiian shirts again like 4 years ago, probably.
Damn.
Like
Okay.
all the
Okay.
so like when summer hits, but this is what you see me in. And then when winter hits,
Okay.
because it is the Pacific Northwest, a lot of
Yeah, it's
times I'll
cool.
be in like a t-shirt and a flannel and fucking a coat or something. But like summertime, bro, this is it. So, and I
Is it?
basically started streaming in the summer, so I was wearing fucking Hawaiian shirts all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was like, is this what we're gonna always see you in, or
Nah,
you're
you'll
gonna
probably honestly
wardrobe
around,
change?
yeah, when it starts getting cooler, like, and it is too, it's starting to cool down to where I'm like wearing sweats and shit. I'll probably
Oh,
start
okay.
wearing like a hoodie or some shit. I wear a lot of
Okay.
hoodies. I
Okay.
do wear a lot of hoodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love me a good hoodie.
Yeah. I agree, but it's hot as hell always down here. So I'm like in the hoodies.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, something I want to know, just for me
Yeah.
personally, is what kind
Oh,
of
now
car
you
do you
want
drive?
something. What kind of car? What car do you think I drive?
A 2017 Camry.
Oh, I don't drive a 2017 Camry. What a pick, man. What a pick.
You
What
just
a
seem
pick.
like Camry all day. Like you got out of college and you're like, damn, I need something that's gonna have good resale
I
value,
think I've
reliable
told you,
and safe. I'm gonna give me a
dude.
Camry.
I think I told you some of my my cars, but no, what I'm driving right now is 2022 Subaru Crosstrek.
2022 Subaru Crosstrek.
Crosstrek
Okay.
Ford.
Do you have like that Sparko edition that has like the more
I
four-wheel drive look?
No, dude. It's just a sport, and I was gonna do some work on it to go on trails and stuff, but I haven't.
Okay.
Before that, I think I told you this. I had a Ford Focus RS,
Mhm.
2017, which I learned how to drive manual in. I had it for like a year.
Right.
And dude, like driving down here, I was actually getting anxious, like making a left because I stalled like in the middle of like a Miami intersection
Right. Right.
twice, and that junk is scary. I'm like, okay, you gotta do it, right? If not, people are just bearing down because people don't got time to stop and wait for you. Apparently down
Nope.
here,
You better hurry.
no, no, it's like LA down here. If you've been to LA, it's like LA down here.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I had a Mazda Miata at some point, 2012.
Yeah.
What did I have after
You had a
that? Oh, I had a truck.
2012. You had a 2012
Yeah.
Miata. You
I
had
had
the
a
top down all the
Frontier.
time.
I had it on, dude. If I was driving, I would always want that shit down. Always.
Hell yeah.
My girl never wanted it down. If I was driving, leaving with like one parent, because no one fits in that, right? So it's only like mom or dad in there.
Yep. You're taking two
I would
cars
always,
everywhere.
how annoying, dude. But no, friend didn't care. Like my friend was always like, yeah, bro, let's hear the fucking sound of the, because I did a lot of work on it.
Was it
Like
manual or auto?
no, it was auto. It was auto, but it had
Uh,
the DST, so you could kind of mess with it. It wasn't a
uh,
true manual. But
yeah.
anyway, I
Anyway,
had
so
like
you
a
and your
truck.
boyfriend go out to
Yeah.
brunch in it together all the time.
Hell yeah, dude. I was like, man, this looks. Well, I won't say it on stream because it sounds wrong. But
We're
yeah,
not
yeah,
on
people would
stream,
probably.
fool. We're
No,
gonna
no,
be on
but you know what I
YouTube.
mean. Whatever. We're gonna be on YouTube, but let me tell you, some people just gave us some looks, like little winks here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
No, I bet you they gave you all kinds of looks and winks.
Mm-hmm. So,
Just
no, I
raise
had
your
a
hand
truck.
out the roof,
Yeah.
holding hands together.
I had a truck at some point for a few years, and then I had my first car was an Elantra, like the Camry, like you mentioned. I had a Hyundai Elantra from like
Mm,
2007, and that's
mm.
what I had for like almost like 8 years, and then I started like doing cars every like 2-3 years, just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm like, yo, you got one life to live, and those were all like not dream cars, but I wanted to have that experience. So
What was your
like I was
favorite
like,
one?
dude, what was my favorite one? Actually, the Focus RS, man, the junk is
Focus
fun to
RS.
drive.
Manual?
Have you driven one? Yeah, it's manual. Have you ever driven one?
Yeah, I drove one around for like a day or so. They're okay. They kind of
Yeah,
feel like a
okay.
Wish.com Subaru, but
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
basically what it
They're
is.
not ter I mean,
No,
they're
but
not terrible. They're decent little cars, but like I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
just not my steez. I just if I like
So
those kind of like all-wheel drive,
yeah,
four-cylinder
yeah, that's what it
turbo
was.
manual cars,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
not that one. I just I
Not
just
that.
don't like
Dude,
that
is
one.
that I had never driven like a STI. I never driven one,
Hmm.
so that was the thing I drove. So I thought it was like amazing. So maybe if I
Yeah.
jumped in like a STI, I would know better. Or like
Yeah,
Evo.
maybe.
I never jumped in an Evo either. So
Yeah, see, I've driven
maybe.
Evos and I've test driven
Yeah.
a bunch of WRXs, and I like the Evos way better than the WRXs, but
That's what I hear, dude. I've never driven one, so
yeah, but yeah, I had to drive around one of those for like a day or so, and I was like, it makes cool noises, but
it makes cool noises.
yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just not my steez. Like before I got my truck, I had my Mustang drift car, so it was like I
Oh, that's right. Those videos. I remember
V8,
those videos.
5 liter, almost 500
Jesus.
horsepower, fucking rear
Oh
wheel
yeah.
drive manual, fucking letting her eat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
So,
I'm like thinking about my Miata. I'm like, it's not 500, horsepower, but
nah,
you have fun in it.
it's probably 250, 300 at best in the new one. I
No,
don't
I
even know
think
what
I
the
think it
new
was
ones
like
are.
220. Dude, I
Like
think it was
220?
220. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the new ones are. Actually, I don't even know. Oh, with all the mods I did, it was probably 220. But no, the
What
new
mods
ones.
did you do?
So I did the intake, and I did the whole header to catback exhaust system, like all of
Mm-hmm.
that. We did it all
Okay.
ourselves, like on an
Nah,
afternoon
nice.
outside,
So,
like
so you and your
it
boyfriend
was
like built it
crazy.
together or what?
Yeah, no, it was a few of my boyfriends. We all did it together.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. It wasn't just me and one other guy. It was like three of us, and my dad. He helped
Nice.
out too.
Nice. That's cool though.
It was really cool. No, it was really cool, man. It took a lot of work. We
Yeah.
did like since we didn't know what the hell we were doing, it took like I want to say 8 to 10 hours.
Yep. That sounds
Yep.
about right when you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, no, it was like 8 to 10 hours. And dude, like at least the 2012 Miatas, man, like they don't breathe, man. I saw what we like when we ripped out. We're like, look at this, like terrible. It looked like a smoker's lung, which we took out,
Mm-hmm.
and then like what we put in looked like beautiful. Like if you see it, you're like, oh, like
Yeah.
those aftermarkets were pretty hot.
So what
But
made you get rid of that thing?
dude, I drove. So I moved to Texas, and then driving in Texas, man, people drive like 95 down the
Mm-hmm.
freeway,
Mm-hmm.
and like when you're in a Miata and you have an 18 wheeler kind of pass by you, you do this one, bro. You like,
Mm. Yep.
right,
Yep.
because
Yep.
of the wind. And then also a lot of the hills there were
Mm-hmm.
pretty dangerous. So when I would actually like go up a hill, I wouldn't see the next like lane and which way it's turning.
Right.
When I wasn't familiar with the area, so like I was like, man, this is actually pretty unsafe.
Right.
And I almost got into an accident in Miami, where like a pipe fell down on the turnpike down here, and I had to kind of dodge it. And luckily, there were nobody on right and left.
Mm-hmm.
And the car wanted to kick because those
Yeah.
rear
Yeah.
wheel drive cars want to kick, especially when you're going like 70, 80 down the freeway. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, there's a bunch of crap where I'm like, this is a little unsafe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just turn it in. And
Yeah.
I had my fun. But yeah, it was a sad day. But
Yeah.
yeah, that one hurts more than I think the Ford Focus RS. The Ford Focus, I was like, man, you know what? It was just a moment in time, and I learned how to drive manual. So I'm like, we gotta go back to the safe route. So I got this Crosstrek, got the mama car,
Is
the
the
freaking
Crosstrek?
substitute, dude.
Is it
Dude, the
manual?
Crosstrek. No. Mine isn't.
Oh.
But down here, this is like the substitute teacher car.
Yep.
At a high school. Yep.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill with this one, and
What?
then I'll get a project car eventually.
Yeah, I was
We'll
gonna
see.
say, what's the next car gonna be?
No, I'll get a project car. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm
Yeah.
open to opinions. Yeah,
Another
because
Miata.
I want. No, I wanted to do like a early '90s Miata and
Yeah.
like fix it up, or
Like
dude, I wanted for some time like an '80s Mustang, but dude,
Fox
they're
body.
ridiculous. Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fox body, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Fox body's like the '80s Mustangs, '80s
Like
to early
the,
'90s.
the more like blocky ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Fox body.
My father had one when we were young.
Hmm.
That was really cool. It was like a 5.0 from the
Yeah.
late 80s.
Yeah.
It looked really nice. It was blue. But yeah, man, I wanted to do one of those, but then like
You should
having
do
to
that.
find one that's like pretty okay is like
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Like I want to do work on it, but I don't want to like restore it. You know what I mean? I want to
Right.
like find one that's like pretty good condition. And then,
Right. Yeah,
like,
I've
do
kicked
some stuff to
myself
it.
because I had a few opportunities to get some over the years and I didn't. And I
Yeah.
knew I wanted one forever. And I knew
Mhm.
that if I didn't get one within this small window,
Oh yeah,
because
there's
I
a
was
window.
gonna hit
Yeah.
the where it's like they're not worth shit on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they're
yeah.
about to turn into classics and then skyrocket in
Classics,
price,
yep.
and they're
Yeah, they're
already
classics now.
yeah, they're on the upswing, so it's almost
Yeah.
unobtainium now. But I had a
Yeah.
chance multiple times where I could have bought one for a couple grand for 5.0 manuals,
Dude,
and I should have.
when
I really wish I did.
when I moved back to Florida, I could have done it, but it was stupid to do it then, so I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it was I think it's called a 323 Mazda.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those like old rally cars, like one of the first ones. And I'm like, man, I saw one that only needed like a little bit of body work, and seemed like it was in really good condition. And they were asking, I think, $5,000 or a little bit more.
Right.
And it was actually really good. Like if you would have seen it, you would have been like, man, that was a good deal. I legit offered like $3,000. I'm like, I will take it.
No shit.
Yeah, but they didn't give it up for $3,000. I don't know what ended up happening, but anyway. But yeah, I'll probably do a project car, and like I have two friends of mine that like the ones that helped me like with the Miata.
Mm-hmm.
They love cars, so like if I ever did work on it, now I have a garage and you know all that, so I literally can do it.
Do it. Get a little like NB Miata. Like you don't need much to have fun.
NB.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you don't need much to have fun. They don't cost very much. They're actually good cars for what the fuck they are. Like,
no, yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
you can drift them, you can rally them, you can do all sorts of shit with them. So just go with a Miata. Just pick you up a little Miata. Like me, like
a little go-kart.
Yeah, like when I decide I'm getting a car, like I will plan out the entire build before I find a car. To where as soon as I get the car, I'm just like bing, 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 bing. I already know what I'm doing. I know what kind of wheels to get. I got the wheels picked out. I got the interior color picked out. I got an exterior picked out. Like I start fucking knocking shit out.
Oh wow, okay, you're going that hard.
Yeah, I go hard.
I was like, no, I was gonna be like, I would do all that, but with time, I want to get all the nuts and bolts figured out, and then I'll do the interior. I don't give a damn.
Right. Yeah, you should do it, dude. And you know, any advice you need, like.
Yeah, I'll probably reach out
to help. Plus, like you're in Florida, dude. The best place to get parts is in Florida for fucking Miata.
Oh no, it is. It is. Yo, if you even see what they got for sale, because we're in the retirement state, so you got these Miatas that are like around that also haven't been touched that you can get for like $6,000 or even like somewhere in there, and you're like, oh crap, low miles and everything.
Yeah, because a lot of people got them down there. They're cheap. They're convertible, and then they got old and they sat.
Yeah, they sat. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably do that one. Like a good buddy of mine told me the same thing. He's like, don't even like sweat it, man. Like just get freaking Miata again. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
I'm like 6 foot tall, so like even sitting in a Miata, I'll tell you a funny story.
You're 6 foot tall?
Yeah. So when I went to Texas, So when I went to Texas, hear about this one, man. We packed up my Miata full. Like I know it's like, dude, you don't have that much space anyway.
Yeah.
But it was full. And like legit, I drove the whole way, so we stopped or whatever. But man, my knees after like 2 days of driving, 14 hours one way, and then like the other way, I think was like another 10 or something.
Yeah.
Bro, my knees were like killing me. I'm like, bro, what am I doing to myself?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why didn't you just rent a car?
Yeah, whatever, man.
Whatever, man. They don't have to make sense.
It don't have to make sense. No, I'm like, man, if you knew my background. Like, my family's always the one, you get it done, damn it. Whatever, like, don't spend money, just get it done. I'm like,
right.
So it was that. Yeah. So it was like, all right, I guess I'm driving in a little car. And I had to have the top down for a lot of it, you know? Because there was stuff next to me, like, to the brim, where, like, even driving, I had to, like, lower the stuff so I could see, like, the rearview mirror.
Right,
Because I don't know if you've ever tried to see out the back of it in the mirror in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. Or you try to check your blind spot. Try that. I mean, check your fucking blind spot.
I'm good.
It ain't happening.
Nope.
So I had a hard top, so you really couldn't see out that way. Like, unless the top is down, you ain't checking that blind spot, bro. You better look out those windows. And I was like, what the? And then sometimes I was like, yo, I'll just wait till my dad that was driving down with all my other stuff, like, cause they came down because they were leaving.
Right.
I was like, you switch lanes first, then I'll switch lanes. I see you doing it. I know it's safe, so I'll do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot of stories, bro.
Okay, so I got a question. Do you have any, like, secret talents that, like, we wouldn't know about?
Secret talents?
Like, just something like, for me, like, it's probably yo-yo. I'm, like, stupid good at yo-yo.
Oh. No, I'm not that good at yo-yo. But I found my old yo-yo, and I was, like, doing little tricks. I'm like, all right, I still got it. No, I don't have any, like, even now I'm thinking about what do I do right now that's actually like a hobby that I'm consistent with, that's like a talent.
Right.
No, the best thing I got is Tetris, and you've seen me do it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I guess
that's all I
Tetris,
got.
you're really good at Tetris. But you're not good at, like, golf or fucking baseball or anything.
No,
I didn't know you were 6 fucking feet tall. We got to talk about that, too.
I'm pretty good at, like, I've gotten better at basketball. Like, during COVID, I was working from home. and I got pretty good at basketball.
Yeah, you're dressed like you're good at basketball right now.
Yeah. That's about it, I think. I'm like, dude, there's not much to me. Like what I do for a living, I got like more like social skills, so I'm pretty good at all that. And that some people think is like a superpower. Like the other day, some like my you've been in my stream. The people that I know IRL, they were actually here the other day. Like even during my streams, they'll hang out with my wife and stuff. And she was mentioning, she's like, "Yo, how'd you know that? Like about this person?" And I'm like, "Oh, you probably have like a superpower." I'm like, "No, it's like what I do for a living." So, so that is a talent necessarily, but you won't see me like express it normally.
Okay.
Like, I'm good at like reading people and stuff like that. No, like dude, you tell me a little bit about yourself, I can tell you like your whole life almost. But I try not to flaunt that. Yeah, but I try not to flaunt that or say it. But yeah, that would be my own like secret talent that people don't really know because it's based on like what I do for a living. But if you were to get like actual like physical talent, it's probably Tetris, some basketball. I'm not like a great shooter. Like I can't make the NBA, but I'm pretty good for like street ball.
Can you dunk?
No, I can't. I can't fucking no.
Yeah, you're really 6 feet
like,
tall.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall.
That's blowing my mind right now, bro. I thought you were like my size.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
No, I'm a little taller than you. I probably slouch too much, so you probably see me and you're like, he ain't nothing.
You do slouch a lot, and that's why I thought you were like around my height.
No,
that's crazy.
I'm 6 foot tall. Yeah.
There's been a few people that are like that. They're like, there's a YouTuber when I found out he was like over 6 feet tall. I'm like, what the fuck, really? Like I thought he was like 5'10" best, 5'9". And
yeah, there's a few streamers that are like 6'4" and stuff, and you wouldn't know until you meet them. Like I heard it from other streamers that they met. Right. Like all these Canadian streamers, they met apparently one day, and they were telling me like, they're like, dude, that guy's tall. I'm like, you don't know, cause like all you get is this perspective, right? So you don't know like how high it is, or like if I start walking, you don't know how tall I made those boxes.
Like I'm always like leaning back and shit. Like who knows what people people think I am. Like it's weird.
Dude, when I was working from home doing Zoom calls, and then people finally met me after COVID, where like people started like interacting.
That's you.
They're like, dude, I thought you were shorter. I'm like, no, because I placed this, I placed like the camera, so it looks like I'm a normal person. But when you see me, you're like, holy shit.
It's like, holy, he's a giant.
I mean, no, 6 feet isn't that big, but it's like, oh, I was confused.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you were.
Jesus. That's hilarious. And plus, because you're Cuban, I don't think of tall people when I think of Cuban.
Yo, I'm shaking my head because
you know it's true. You're the tallest Cuban I know for sure.
No, I want to tell you like if you want to know a little bit of history. So like when all the people from Cuba like left the like Castro's communist regime, we had always been tall. It was after the fact that there was like famine that we got shorter as a people, but we used to be like this tall. Like we're basically Spaniards that like mixed with Indians in Cuba. Right. So Spaniards were like tall. Right. So yeah, I'm like I got nothing else, man. I'm like we're supposed to be tall. We're supposed to be tall. But
that's funny. So you're a tall
doesn't happen.
Psychic that used to drive and work on his Miata with his boyfriend. All right, cool. We've learned a lot about
Bro, so much, man. So much.
Oh my god! I mean, that's the whole point of this whole shit, right?
I hope you learned something because I'm like, no, we've talked
I know,
like one-on-one, but I learned about that white girl magic. I didn't know all that. That's good.
Yeah. You got anything else for me before we wrap it up?
I don't know if I got any more questions. I'll probably ask you personally one-on-one. But no, so no, all right. One other big one because I know this is like the first episode. I know you're gonna edit it and you're gonna make me more funnier than I am, right? No, I'm kidding.
I can't do that. Go ahead. I can't do that. Sorry.
No, I'm good.
You do it to yourself with your fucking outfits and costumes.
Listen. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen
that
I hope it's
fucking
still out there.
Bro,
the Pikachu thing?
The Pikachu clip that popped up, I'd give you a shout out somewhere, or I might even been your own goddamn stream, and all of a sudden it was you, or no, it was on my stream. I gave you a shout out, and it was you in the costume, and it was loud as shit, and all I could hear was me and fucking Yoda talking shit. You're just dancing around in your fucking outfit like an asshole.
You gotta thank Yoda because I was telling Yoda, I'm like, I don't know what to do, and he's like, I'm gonna give you some ideas, and he just started like Amazoning me some stuff, and he found some masks too. But that was tons of fun. No. So what the hell? I was gonna ask you something. What was the fuck I was gonna ask you? Oh, so I know this is the first episode, right, of this podcast. So, in general,
Hmm.
what would be your goal for all this? I know you kind of maybe said it to me off the podcast, but I think it'd be good for people to hear like what what's in store, for more episodes.
Honestly, I just want to have conversations like this with people that intrigue me. That's literally it. Like people that I am intrigued by, inspired by. I'd like to, if it would be dope as shit, is if I could get this to a point where I could hit up people that I think are out of my league and be like, hey,
Mm,
this is a thing I do. Would you be interested in having a sit down with me? And like getting certain people, like I have people on it, like on a list written out of people I want to have this conversation with. And
mm,
there's people that I know will say yes, people I know will be on the
mm,
fence about it, but might say yes after they watch some episodes, and then people that if I asked right now, would probably tell me no. But, you know, I think that if I keep doing what I want to do and stay on
mm,
this path that I put myself on at the beginning of this year to
mm.
literally do a full career change so that I can chase dreams. And one of those dreams
Oh,
was Twitch, one stand-up
love it.
comedy, and one is doing a podcast. And the Twitch is doing amazing, so we're pushing full steam ahead with that. And now this
Mm,
is like an extension off of that because with all these relationships I've built with people, and I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people that a lot of people may not have had those conversations with before. So if we can sit down and talk and like learn a little bit more about a streamer or a YouTuber, or maybe it's a business owner, or
mm.
maybe it's an
Okay.
entertainer, like who knows? Like, I got I know a lot of people, and I feel like because of the way I'm doing this, it'd be kind of easy for people to be relaxed with me, and they see me whenever I stream, and they see how my demeanor is, and they see the kind of person I am, so it's not. I don't. I feel like I'm easy to talk to, and I'm a good listener, and I ask good questions. And
For sure.
I'm not trying to put anyone out on Front Street. I'm not trying to like start drama or be part of any drama or squash drama with anyone. I don't fucking care. Like I just want to
Mm,
like I want to know more about you. I want to know, what makes you tick. Like what, finding out what got you into breaking in the first place. Like,
mm.
like how's your wife feel about it? These things like are genuine questions that I have, And that's all this
Mm.
is. And I got some lined up with some homies that like no one you've probably ever heard of and other people have ever heard of, but they're
Mm.
people that are important to me for some reason. So I'm gonna have them on, and we're gonna have this conversation. And you know, I just I'd like to be able to get this to a point where I can jump on a plane and go meet with people where they are and have this platform to talk to them.
Nice.
Like
Nice.
that would be the end goal. And if there, you know what, there is one fucking question that I didn't ask you. God damn it! And it was in the lightning round
Go
question.
for it. Go for it.
And it kind of just clicks in my head just because I was about to start talking about it. Okay, lightning round bonus question. Would you rather be
Bonus.
rich, famous, or rich and famous?
Dude, that's a tough one,
Hmm.
dude. You're not gonna like my answer, I think, but
Nah,
I think I'd want to be rich.
rich.
And yeah, and
Why do you
there's a
think I
reason
wouldn't like
for
that
it.
answer?
I don't know. Cause fame is like fickle, man. So
Yeah,
I've always thought about that. And what I mean is you could be famous for a good
mm,
thing or a bad thing. I know it's like,
true.
okay, I didn't say infamous, but like that thing, like all throughout my life, I've seen that wax and wanes with people I like learn to adore and then learn to
Right.
hate. And so you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like that judgment like weighs on you. So if I was
Right.
famous, I know that judgment would weigh on me, and it'd be a reflection on that I'm not doing a good thing by the people that have built me. And
Right.
so I don't want that clout. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm all good like being rich. Now,
Right.
if I could do good and stay famous for just doing good, then I would love to be rich and famous.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Actually, or maybe famous. I don't know.
Yeah, like for
It
me,
all depends on like the context of it.
right. Well, see, and that's the thing is I was about to start talking about is like for me, I would want to be rich over everything
Hmm.
because then I would have the power to move however I want to move. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'd
and
want.
yep.
Because power can buy you enough fame to get into a back door. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well,
You don't
yeah.
have to have fame when you got money. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
I don't want to
yeah,
be the
but
guy
yeah.
like, see, I don't want to be like Hollywood famous. I don't want to be in movies. I don't want to be on TV.
Right. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
be able to not
Mhm.
move around because everyone wants an autograph. Like, I don't want that shit. I don't.
Mhm.
But I would like to have a very small platform that's just big enough to let me do what I want, and then when I put my riches on top,
Mhm.
I can do whatever I want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. I gotcha.
So it's like,
Yeah.
if I could get this podcast and my Twitch thing just enough, big enough to where I can do it full time and I can make just enough money to survive, I'm
Oh,
good.
I see what
Like,
you
I don't need to
mean.
be the next Kai Sant or whatever his fucking name is, Kai Sanat. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be like him. I don't want to be a big giant streamer like that. I want to have just big enough platform to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. That's it.
Mm. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not too big, not too small. I don't want to do
Mhm.
this for all the money in the world. Like,
Mhm.
if I could literally make enough to where the stream pays for itself, no matter how big the giveaways are, and I have just enough to not have to work a full-time job, I'm perfect.
Mhm.
Because like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm just gonna go out and buy a baller house and like still be giving away singles. Fuck no. Giveaways gonna go crazy. Oprah ain't gonna know who the fuck she fucking with. Like one of my big goals is to give away a car. Like, I want to legitimately give
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
an automobile.
Yeah.
And I
I
want to
remember you told
like,
me that. I'm like, wow, dude,
yeah,
that's crazy.
like,
Okay.
and still be pulling in just enough money to pay all my bills and be happy. Like, I just want to be happy. Like, it isn't even about fame and money.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do this podcast to have conversations with people that inspire me and that I've looked up to, and people that I hang out are my homies, and get to know them better and let other people get to know them better, because the people I hang out with are fucking dope people. Like, that's just how it is.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
not a cocky thing. It's just like, I just refuse to hang out with shitty people.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
but man, just to reflect on what you said, like even like hearing you talk about, I guess that's what even I was trying to say, like just being rich,
Hmm.
because being rich, you don't have to lose your integrity and
Right.
who you are as a person. You can
Right.
actually gain it back, and
Hmm.
along the way, you don't have to lose yourself. And what I mean is
Right.
kind of like on that road, right? So I get exactly what you mean, where it's like,
Yeah.
yo, if we get there, we can help so many people in your own way
Right.
without the fame and the worry about, hey, am I stepping on someone's toes? Like, no, because I'm taking care of everybody. I know the ins and outs. Like, it
Right. Right.
because you got that the riches. But I mean, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, I know we change that question, man. Happy or rich or famous? Maybe those are
Yeah.
the three that you gotta
I
ask.
would I would take happy over everything. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah, for sure, for
riches
sure.
and fame. I could be way happier living in a fucking cabin living off the land in Alaska than I could be fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, I know.
Like, if I had
I
all the money
got
in
you.
the world, cuz more money is more problems, and fame
Yeah, it
is
is. It
nothing
is.
but problems. It might be fun
Yeah.
at first, but boy, the first time you try to go to Safeway at 2 in the morning to get some bread so you can make a sandwich, and you get bombarded with people wanting autographs and fucking ripping on your shirt, and fuck all that. Who wants that shit? Fucking, you got to be a psychopath to want to be famous. Be like,
Yo,
there are
it's
people who are
tough.
famous as fuck, and they are also broke as fuck. You know
Oh,
how
that's true.
horrible
That is true.
that shit is? Like,
That
you
is
can be
true.
rich
But
as fuck or broke as fuck, and without the fame, no one gives a shit. But if you're famous and you're broke, or you're famous and you're rich, no one gives a shit about your money. They just want to be close to you because you're famous. And how famous
yeah,
people end up broke blows my mind. Like, no
yeah.
one thought to be like, hey, bro, maybe put some of this fucking money away before you buy that Bentley. Like, the fuck, man. The Hollywood machine sucks people in and spits them out, and like, I don't want nothing to do
Yeah,
with that. I'll take money. I'll take money over fame. I just want to be able to
yeah,
do what I want and be a good person and give back and have fun and be happy.
hmm,
That's it. Easy
yeah,
peasy.
yeah. Easy peasy, pumpkin beasy. Um, uh, what? So I don't know if you're gonna wrap up or what you got planned for me, but I do got a request from you.
What's the request? I got a request for you, actually. So go ahead.
Actually, go for it.
Nope,
No,
you
you
first.
first. You
Nope,
first.
you first. You first. That way I can hold it
Because
against
it
you.
might. Okay.
All right. So what's
So
your
one
what's your request? Because I'm gonna hold it
one
against you.
request, bro.
What's that? What is it?
No, there ain't anything you're holding against me. So, um, 100th episode, I want back in, bro.
100th episode?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big ask. That's a long ways away, fool.
Okay, I don't.
So 100th episode you want back in, huh?
That's right.
All
You gotta
all
guarantee
right.
me 100th episode.
All
We got
right.
1 and 100.
You
We
might
got
have
2 zeros in that bitch.
you might have to remind me. So as long as you can remind me,
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Sideways like, yo, Sideways is gonna be like, yo, man, that's like 2 years from now.
fuck, who knows?
Nah,
I
dude,
don't know.
that'll
I don't
be
know.
6 months from now. Let's go,
Maybe,
dude. No, I'm
maybe.
kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know.
I mean,
But
right now
at some point, just
yeah,
a
I mean,
recap.
right now my plan's to do at least one a week, so that's 50 a year.
Oh.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Oh
see.
crap! It is in 2 years. That's what I
Maybe,
thought.
maybe more. We'll see. Maybe more. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Well, I had a request, but it's probably gonna suck ass since we're getting all this lag right now. But I was gonna have you play me something on that guitar.
Oh no, I can't. No, I told you. I already. Dude, I don't know how to play guitar.
Just play something. Play anything.
No, man, it's out of tune. It's all fucked. No,
So
I
what?
literally moved and I haven't tuned it because I don't know where my
Jesus
tuner is.
All right. We'll let it
You're
slide
kind of
this
stuck.
time. I'll let it slide this time.
Maybe at 100, then I'll play.
All right, at 100,
some,
you better do some lessons.
some
I want to see some
Guantanamera-
Terrence. I want to
some-
see some Terrence Howard on that shit, fool.
Terrence Howard. No.
You ever
some
see Terrence Howard play
Guantanamera,
guitar?
bro.
That motherfucker could play.
No.
That mother.
Oh, he could play?
He plays like Spanish style, where he's like. No
way.
Look it up, bro. That motherfucker can fucking
Terrence
throw down.
Howard.
Terrence Howard can throw down
Oh.
on a fucking guitar, bro.
I'll play
Swear to
some,
God.
I don't know, I'll play some Green Day, some Blink, or maybe some Guantanamera. I don't know if you ever heard that Cuban
Okay.
song.
Nope, I haven't heard that one, but okay. You got me with Blink 182.
Because that's what I used to play, man. I used to play all that pop punk stuff, man.
I believe
That's what
it.
I used to do.
I fucking believe it.
Yeah.
All right. All right, bro. I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for
Let's go.
doing this with me, man. I really appreciate it.
man.
Everyone, make sure to go follow the homie on Twitch, ZEROSstuffstore. You got anything else you want to plug? You don't use Instagram because you're a fucking boomer. You got anything else you want to plug?
I don't use Instagram. Just my Twitch, man. Honestly,
You gotta get on that shit.
I even thought about it. I'm like, I was like, I'm all good, like talking to you and like, learning about you, learning about me, type of thing. Like, I was trying to think of, I'm like, as a wrap up, like, am I gonna plug anything? I'm like, man, I just want everybody to be, good human beings to each other and like have fun with it. Like, we're only here for a short time, not a long time. So,
Right.
Twitch, what is it? Twitch.tv/zeros with an S stuff store. Go check me out. Come hang out with us. Even if you don't want to break, you don't want to buy anything, just come hang out. You win some free stuff sometimes. You'll get entries to some giveaways we do on monthly.
That's
what else
the
we
homie.
do?
That's the homie.
Yeah,
right
we,
there.
we do a bunch of stuff. So just come out and have fun. And of course, you're gonna learn about all of our community. Like I'll raid into the Sideways, to Choco, to Mac Show,
Evie, to
we'll raid out.
Candy,
Evie,
to
to
fucking
Candy.
Annie, to
You're
fucking,
gonna
who knows?
You're gonna be part of all of it, man. Because we do it for you, for ourselves, so we can have all a good time, man.
Hell yeah.
What's all about, dude?
That's it, bro.
For sure.
Thank you so much. We're gonna wrap it up.
Sideways.
But yeah, man, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
No
We'll
problem.
see you guys next
See you at
time.
100, bro.
For show.
Peace.